Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Monday, the 8th of April 2024, and this is your tarot reading for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. So I'm going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and I'm going to use my El Goliath deck as well for this reading. So the eclipse happens in the UK. It's about 20 past 7 this evening. That's British summertime. Check your time zones for time differences. It happens exactly conjunct Chiron. So the sun, the moon and Chiron will all be at 19 degrees and 24 minutes of Aries. So there's big energies here, could be throwing up all sorts of things. What else we've got? We've got Mercury retrograding conjunct Eris, so there could be fireworks and all sorts going on there. And the ruler of the eclipse, Mars, is in Pisces, conjunct Saturn, so he's learning to be a spiritual warrior and mastering his spirituality. So there's big energies going on. We also have in Taurus gathering of Jupiter and Uranus. They will be exactly conjunct on the 20th, 21st of April. So we're being influenced by that energy as well. Venus in the North Node is also in Aries, adding to that Aries energy of independence, of sovereignty, of being in your power. This is a powerful new moon solar eclipse. So let's see what the cards say about it. So what do we need to know for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries happening on Monday the 8th of April 2024. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so, co-create. Yes, co-create with Spirit. With that, we've got clean it up. This is the releasing of whatever and all that glitters. Right, so I didn't show you those cards, did I? We've got co-create. We've got clean it up. And we've got all that glitters. Okay, so this is an opportunity to co-create with Source, with Spirit. And our creations are always so much more soul-led, in tune with our life purpose and our soul purpose, and creative and benefit ourselves and benefit others and benefit the world when we co-create with Source. Okay, to be able to do that, we need first of all to clean up ourselves, which I think in this case is about releasing and dissolving and letting go of anything and everything that no longer serves us, and that can be physically, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. Okay, just letting it all dissolve away, and not carrying it forward into the new cycle. And then all that glitters. This, for me, is feeling like a message not to be distracted by the shiny things, or the ego things. That was a message that just that popped in. That might be a message for someone or some of us, about, relinquishing ego and coming back to soul. Okay. So let's do some cards and see what the tarot wants to tell us about this. Let me just pop that one in, a starseed card. That's the last meditation I did with my group. Okay, so let's see. What do we need to know for Monday the 8th of April 2024? The new moon solar eclipse happening in Aries. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so let's just see. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the Queen of Swords, the Baroque Queen. With the Queen of Wands, the Cosmic Huntress. With the Four of Wands, the Beaming Vessel. And the Nine of Cups, the Contented Pelican. And the Starseed, the Demiurge. Clarifiers, we've got the Six of Wands, the El Goliath Hive. With the World, the Sacred Circle. And the Hierophant, the Master of Keys. Oh, for me, that's definitely linking to that All That Glitters. We'll go into it more in a moment. Okay, so what's going on in the subconscious? Oh, Ace of Wands. Oh, yes, with the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, yes, with the Fool. Let me just see, what have we got there? Da, da, da. Okay, yeah, oh, yes. So, Five of Pentacles, Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Let me just see, what have we got there? It finishes with the Ace of Swords, the Epiphany. Okay. Just I did see, just to see if we needed the shadow self out. We don't. Yeah, no, the message ends there. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 3 aces out and the Fool. This is new beginnings. The ace that we don't have is the Ace of Cups, but we have the Ace of Swords, Wands and Pentacles. Okay. And we've got the World, so we've got an ending and we've got big new beginnings coming up from the subconscious. So where do we start? Okay, we've got the Queen of Swords here, the Baroque Queen. And what I'm noticing, because what we've got leaving and going into the past is the Queen of Wands, the Cosmic Huntress. And the first thing I noticed was the eyes. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, her eyes are diffused and seeing the big picture of everything, all the potentials being reflected back at her. Okay, so we've been looking at sort of the whole spectrum of what could be. Okay, and that's fading now into the past and we're focusing in on the one thing, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, the Cosmic Huntress. Queens for me is the fixed energy. So fixed fire is Leo in energy. We've been mulling over all our creativity. What is it that we would love to create out into the world? Okay, that energy is leaving, and now we're coming into vision and focus, independence, insight, and that vision of where we want to go forward. With the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is fixed air, which is Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy is where we have Pluto just entered. We're transforming the future, our future. Have a look and see where this is in your natal chart, okay, because that will tell you more about sort of where this is happening. For me, it's my 4th house, Capricorn going into Aquarius. So yeah, new visions of where I'm going from the core of my being, where I've come from, not just my childhood, but my ancestry as well, all coming up and coming through me, and a new vision of where I'm going with a new sense of I am, because the new moon is in Aries. Okay, so yes, we've gone from this sort of looking at everything, going down to the visionary focus of where we want to go, of where the intentions that we're setting for this new cycle. Okay. What's beneath us? We've got the Four of Wands here, the beaming vessel. So the Four of Wands is 1111 portal card. This new moon solar eclipse is a portal. We are passing through a big portal for ourselves. It's like sort of going, it feels like it's going from one lifetime that you've grown out of. It's too small, it's too restrictive, it's uncomfortable. It maybe itches when you wear it. You don't like wearing it anymore. So you're taking that off and you're putting on the new outfit, which, you know, sort of think about the material, not a lovely feeling material. There's room in it. It feels comfortable. You know, nothing's restricted. This is what we're creating now. Okay, that's that's the life we want to create. And we're at this portal where we can create it. Okay, the message from Spirit above is we've got the Nine of Cups here, the contented pelican. This is the emotional wish card. Okay, so as we go through that portal, Source is saying to us, what sort of life do you want to create? Who are you now and what sort of life do you want to create? Okay, so this is the intentions that we're setting. Okay, and what we're moving into is the starseed, the demagogue. And for me, this is really saying, remember that you're a multidimensional, infinite being of life and of light and love, having a human experience within an infinite universe. Set your intentions, set your wishes from that scale. Don't play small. Okay. So yeah, that's the main reading. Going on to the clarifiers. I've got the Six of Wands, the El Goliath hive. So the Six of Wands is victory. What I'm attracted to always in this card, well, the flowers and things, we've got spring coming back. But we've got this beehive in the shape of a heart. And we've got all these bees working together. And if you know anything about bees and beehives, and, you know, the bees, they work as a collective for the hive, for the queen, okay, for the well-being and abundance, the honey of the hive. Okay, so this, I'm getting a real sort of feeling of, you know, heart-centered consciousness and collaboration and connection, you know, creating your future that's good for you, it's good for others, and it's good for the world. Okay, that's the paradigm we're moving into. Okay, this new moon solar eclipse just feels like one of the big portals as we move into that. And for me, because the new moon is the point where we set our intentions, okay, and the energy grows all the way up to the full moon, okay, and you get the crescendo of energy. But just before that, we have got the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. So I think that's going to be a liberation, and that's going to be a breakthrough, okay, to the intentions that we're setting here. So, you know, be conscious about what intentions you're setting here. Okay, next to that, we've got the world, the sacred circle, the continuing circles of life, sort of, you know, got the astrological year, we have the lunar cycles, we have the planetary cycles, we have all this cosmic sort of circling and spiraling of endings and new beginnings and things like that. We're completing one cycle and moving into a next. Also, this is the first new moon of the new astrological wheel and the astrological year. So again, we're setting our intentions for this lunar month, for this eclipse season going through to 6 months' time of the next set of eclipses, and also a year's time till we have the next new moon solar eclipse in Aries, which I think is on the 29th of March next year. Okay, so yeah, we've got all these cycles of completion and new beginnings. Okay, and then we've got the Hierophant, the Master of Keys. So in the traditional meaning of the Hierophant, it's about sort of, you know, the traditional systems of things like marriage, education, and religion. Okay, especially religion holding power from you, being the go-between between you and source. For me, the Hierophant represents me and all of you having one foot in the 5D, in the spiritual realms, connected and co-creating with spirit, your other foot in the 3D, in the physical world, in the human world, you know, your spiritual self and your human self, and you being the bridge and channeling and co-creating all this spiritual stuff down into the 3D. You being your own inner guru, your own spiritual inner guru, your own inner teacher, and being sovereign and not giving your power away to outer authorities and things, but reclaiming it. Okay, so that's what's going on consciously. Diving into the subconscious. Holy moly, we're fired up with the divine gift of fire and inspiration and passion to create something in the 3D world. And that's what ascension is. Ascension isn't sort of raising your vibration of going away from the physical world. We're having a human experience in a human life. It's about raising our vibration and then sending it out into the 3D world to help raise everybody else's energies and everything. Okay, when we ascend, as we're ascending, we're not leaving the earth behind because we're still human. We're bringing that energy through and creating a new earth. Okay, the earth Gaia is also ascending. She's raising her vibrations from the 3D up to 5D as well. So we're all in this raising of energy. So creating something, we're setting the intention to create something in that higher vibration that helps with sort of the awakening of humanity and the new earth. And then, it's even better than that, we have the fall, the eternal vagabond. This, I love this. This is taking a step off of the precipice into the void, not knowing where we're going to end up, but trusting that, you know, the world's our oyster. Okay, now I've done this loads of times. it's not a habit of me, but it's sort of the thing when I see that I can't stay somewhere anymore, I've outgrown it, or it's not doing my health any good, or, you know, it needs leaving behind. When I took redundancy from teaching, I used to teach in tertiary education, FE and HE education, teaching complementary medicine. But teaching, as much as, you know, I loved being in the classroom with my students and things like that, all the bureaucracy and everything in the systems and all the crushing things crushed me. And opportunity for redundancy came up, and it's like, well, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I can make it on my own. But it's like, I can't stay here. If I stay here, it will kill me. And also, if I don't jump, if I don't make that step and that leap, I won't be able to forgive myself for not being brave enough to do that. And that was my reasoning. And that was a decade ago. And I'm still here. It's been a journey, as they always are. But I'm now closer to living a soul-led life, following my bliss, opening up and doing things that I love, sharing my stuff with the world. You know, where it's taken me a long time to get over the fatigue, the burnout and the exhaustion. But I've had the time to do that, and yeah, going forward. So I always love to see the fall coming out. and I get a rush of excitement about, so, oh, I wonder where I'm going and what's going to happen. Yeah, other circumstances, just walking away from everything in my life, me, my 2 German Shepherd dogs, and my personal belongings, starting all over again. That was my Saturn return, and we're still here. And again, one of the best things I ever did. Okay, so, you know, sort of, sometimes we have to leap into the unknown with no guarantees, jump into that vulnerability and just see. Oh, again, at that sort of walking away, I was told I would get one opportunity to move to where I live. And I didn't know how I was going to be able to do it, and I didn't know how I was going to be able to afford to do it, but I just had to take that leap. And again, I didn't know how I could do it, and you know, sometimes even now I don't know how I'm going to do it, but you know, we're still here, and that level of trust just sort of reinforces itself the more you do stuff like that. So okay, which actually brings me to the next 2 cards. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, Hardship Mountain. So one of the whole things that holds us back is not knowing how it's all going to work out. That fear of the vulnerability of it not working out, of the lack of, you know, sort of being scared. There's no guarantees. And not being able to see the way forward, because we've got the 2 of Swords here as well. But the thing I'm noticing here is above the mountain, we've got the clouds clearing, and we've got Source coming down, taking me back to that co-create. You take the leap and the universe will follow. We don't have any guarantees. We don't know for certain how things are going to work out. Sometimes it's good to ask, what's the worst that could happen? And then sit with those fears and go, supposing that did happen, then, you know, sort of, you know, things could open up. And I will say that sort of the biggest tower moments in my life, where I have literally at times spent months walking around just saying the F word to myself, because it's like, oh my God, my life has just collapsed all around me. But out of that always comes new opportunities, which often couldn't have happened if that tower moment hadn't have happened. So, you know, you just have to trust and go, surrender, trust and go with it. Okay, then we come to the King of Pentacles. Now we're getting down to serious business. The King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. Okay, and we can see here there's moths and butterflies around him, signalling metamorphosis and transformation. He's got crystals off the top of his head, which is, you know, connection to the spiritual realms, the higher vibrations. And he's got roses. And for me, you know, I'm a clinical aromatherapist by trade. You know, for me, rose essential oil is just so exquisite. Oh my God, it is like the love of God in a bottle. Divinity, the love of divinity, of the divine masculine, the divine feminine coming together in sacred union and loving you unconditionally. It's the most healing essence. And the soul medicine of the rose. And we have two types of rose oil. We have Rose Otto, which is distilled from the petals, which is very heart-centered, and it's exquisite and ethereal, and oh my, yeah, just surrounding you in beautiful pink love. And then the other method of extraction is solvent extraction. You get Rose Absolute, and it's much more complex, and it's deeper and more sensual, and it's very much sacral chakra sensuality and divine feminine, opening yourself up to full receptivity, and tantric, and just the most wonderful sexual, sensual, essential oil, just sort of, just opening you up as the divine feminine. So anyway, that might have been a bit too much information. But, you know, all my connection with each of my essential oils is a deep soul connection of their personalities and how they speak to me and how they make me feel and where they go in my body and what they do. And yeah, that's how I describe from sensing into what people need, and then having a conversation with my essential oils of what, oh yes, you need us. So anyway, just coming back from that. Anyway, so we've got the King of Pentacles here. So, you know, the King of Pentacles, Cardinal Capricorn. This is about what we're building something in co-creation with spirit that comes from the heart, that comes from love. Okay, and from the sacral chakra as well, which is our center of creation and relationships and sort of connections and collaborations and things. You know, this King of Pentacles has got it all going on. So yeah, when we're thinking about what we want to create and build, think of it from that perspective. Also, will it benefit, and will you love do it? Will it benefit others and offer love to them and also to the world? Okay, is it going to be beneficial for the world and spread love and light to the world? Okay, they're the considerations. Okay. And from contemplating all of that, hopefully you should get the divine gift of truth and an epiphany. The Ace of Swords. Suddenly, you know, the blinkers are off. And it's like, oh, and the awe and wonder of what we see in front of us. Okay, so I felt like a bit of a ramble there. It was one of those days where it just sort of spilling down and spilling out of my mouth. So let's do an Art of the Sacred Wheel card to sum up this reading and just see what do we need to know. What do we need to know for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries happening on the 8th of April 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate the new moon solar eclipse energies in Aries for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Is that one? Returning, tune into the void. Okay, so that is sort of new moon energy of being in the darkness, being in the void. But this time, the new moon isn't just the void, and we can't see the moon. It's also including the sun as well. So it's the inner and the outer, the self and the soul together in the void. And what's how do you want to be reborn? So that's your new moon solar eclipse in Aries tarot reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's resonated for you. If it has, please do like, share, subscribe to the channel, clicking on the wiggly bell, which is down there somewhere if you want notifications. All of that helps the channel grow. It helps let me know that you're liking what I put out, and it helps with the algorithms as well, which is always good, because you know, to grow this channel and to get sort of these messages out to more people is one of my intentions. And yeah, if you like what I put out, please help me do that. Okay, if you'd like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below the video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful new moon solar eclipse, and until next time, from the bottom of my heart in deep gratitude, thank you for watching.